So what is asteroids? I don't need any translation. What is asteroid? Huh? It is a rocky substance. And then it is also orbit around the sun like all other planets. So write it down. So asteroid is neither a planet. Asteroid is first page boys generation. That's your note. Asteroids are neither a planet nor a comet. Neither a planet nor a comet. It is also comet. Comet is also a celestial body present in outer space. Which also orbit around the sun. Second page, third page la எழுதுறியா? ஏன் வெயிட் பண்ணிட்டு தானிஷ் வேற லேப்டாப் க்ளோஸ் பண்ண சொல்லி எவ்வளவு நேரம் ஆச்சு? 2 minutes 10 minutes ஆயிடுச்சு. டேய் என்னடா பிரச்சனை போய் ஓடிட்டு இருக்கு. Listen, so asteroid is neither a planet nor a comet, which is also orbit around the sun like all other planets. So they are rocky substance or metallic or icy. It may be either rocky, metallic or icy depending upon the elements present in that asteroid. So the size of the asteroid ranging from 1 kilometer to 1000 kilometer. So where asteroid mostly present in our solar system? We already discussed about the term asteroid belt, which is present in between the inner and the outer planets. So most of the asteroids are present in between Mars and Jupiter. That was called asteroid belt. So asteroid present mostly in between Mars and Jupiter, or otherwise present in between inner and the outer planets where asteroid belts are present. So over 1 lakh asteroids are present in asteroid belt. Over 1 lakh asteroids are present in asteroid belt. So Ceres is the asteroid name, which is the first asteroid discovered in asteroid belt. So Ceres is the asteroid name, which is the first asteroid discovered in asteroid belt. So this is the largest celestial body in asteroid belt. This is the largest asteroid in asteroid belt. classification, fifth one is organic compound. So first write it down size distribution. kilometer to 1000 kilometer. So Ceres is the first largest asteroid having 1000 kilometers in size. And second discovered asteroid is 4 Vectors and 2 Pallas. So this is 940 kilometer and this is 500 kilometer. So Ceres is the first largest asteroid and the second one is 4 Vectors and third one is 2 Pallas. These are the values of size of the asteroids. The second one is rotation. Daneshwaran. எழுதுறியா? Yes, the first page, the third out of the page, you are. And the second one is rotation. So few asteroids with the diameter larger than 100 meter, having rotational period is less than 2.2 hours. So like all other planets, asteroids also rotating around the sun. So it takes only 2.2 hours to complete its one rotation around the sun. Diameter larger than 100 meter have a rotational period of less than 2.2 hours. So asteroid only take 2.2 hours to complete its one single rotation around the sun. So and then third one is color. So you already know that asteroids are solid and rocky substance. Am I right? So what is the color of stone? It is grey, brown or black in color. So the color of the asteroids are darker grey. Color of the asteroids are darker grey. Darker grey and greenish to reddish. The stony asteroid having the color darker grey and the greenish to reddish color of the asteroid depends upon the what are the elements present in that asteroid. So on then classification. So depending upon the substance present in that asteroid. So the asteroids are classified into 3 types. The first one is C type and second one is S type and third one is M type. C type asteroids are chrome type and S type having stony structure and M type is nothing but which is metallic. So chrome type, stony type and then metallic type. So the classification of asteroids will depend upon the what are the materials present in this types. So in C type, that means in chromite type, consists of clay and silicate rock. Silicate rock means silicon metal. Silicate rocks. Clay and silicate rocks. And in S type, it is mostly consists of silicate only. Silicate is nothing but silicon material, silicon oxide, silicon carbide, silicon hydride, like that. In N type, so it also mentioned the metallic compounds. So write it down in N type. It consists of nickel ion. Nickel ion. So in silicate, the most common abundant material is clay and silicate material. In S type, it is mostly only silicate material, and in N type, it was mostly present in between nickel to iron. Have you completed? So last classification is organic compound. Organic compounds. Last characteristics. Last characteristic is organic compound. So what is organic compounds? The material having carbon and hydrogen is called organic compounds. The material having hydrogen and oxygen and carbon is called organic compounds like benzene, phenyl, like that, etc. So it mostly consists of amino acids. It mostly consists of amino acids and the organic compounds. So in 2019, scientists reported that the presence of sugar molecules in the asteroids. So what are the sugar molecules? The chemical formula for sugar molecules is C6H12O6. Sucrose, glucose, these are all the sugar materials which is present in asteroid. Sugar materials or sugar molecules like sucrose, glucose are present in asteroids. So which is the first discovered asteroid? Which is the first discovered asteroid? Ceres is the first discovered asteroid. So and then second one is satellite. Sugar molecules like sucrose and glucose. So what is satellite? There are two satellites are there. One is natural satellite, another one is artificial satellite. So what is the difference between natural satellite and artificial satellites? Satellite is nothing but it is a smaller object which revolves around the larger object in space. Adha nam enna solluvom satellite. So write it down. Satellite is a smaller object. Satellite is a smaller object that revolves around the larger object in space. So you already know that natural satellite is nothing but it is also known as moon that revolve around the earth. So every planet has its own satellites in their count. And then artificial satellite which is man-made, which is used for some purpose for observing the elements or components or planets in our space. So write it down. Natural satellite is an object that orbited other planet in space. That orbit other planet in space. So which is not man-made. Natural satellite which is not man-made. And as I said, they can ask the difference between natural satellite and artificial satellites. We already know that. So number of satellites in our solar system. So how many planets in our solar system? 8 planets, which is classified as 4 as inner planets and 4 as the outer planets. And other than planets, there are some dwarf planets also present. So on inner planets, so what are the inner planets? Mercury, Venus, Earth, and then Mars. You already know that Mercury and Venus doesn't have no moons or no satellite. So Earth has only one satellite called Moon, and Mars has two satellites which is named as comet and Deimos. They listen. So on inner planets, Mercury and Venus doesn't have any satellites or moon. So Earth has only one satellite which is called, and Mars has two satellites which is named as comet and Deimos. So outer planets. So what are the outer planets? Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and then Neptune. So these planets having more than 50 to 100 satellites. So you need not to write all the satellites name. For that, you can write as only 4 to 5 satellites, which is larger in size. So Jupiter has largest size Io, Europa, Ganymede, and Callisto. So Saturn has the largest satellite named as Titan, Rhea, and then Lepidus, Phoebe. So Uranus having the largest satellite is Ariel, Miranda, Mira, and Oda. And the last planet in our solar system is Neptune. So having the largest satellite named as Triton and Proteus. So in inner planets they gave the exact number of moons and their names. But in outer planets there are more number of moons are there or more number of satellites are there. Among them they mentioned only 4 to 5 satellites. You can write as all only 4 to 5 satellite names for outer planets. So on dwarf planet, so what is dwarf planet? Example for dwarf planet in our solar system. Pluto is our dwarf planet. So not only Pluto, it is also having Iris, 240 moons. Third bench boys என்ன பண்ற? There are 240 moons within our solar system. And there are more number of unknown moons. And there are more number of unknown moons. So 240 is only the known moons of the solar system. And there are more number of unknown moons. The second one is artificial satellites. You already know that what is artificial satellite, which is man-made and orbiting around any planet in our solar system for getting data from the planet. Am I right? So write it down. So there are artificial satellites. There are 3,000 active satellites. There are 3,000 active satellites orbiting the Earth. Orbiting the Earth. So Earth only having 3,000 active satellites. The inactive satellites are considered as debris. We already discussed in Unit 1. So what is debris? Space debris. Wastage collected from the satellites or all other planets. So the size of the satellite so some pupils small as 10 centimeter and communication satellite having size of 7 meter and satellite having solar panels. Is extended up to 50 meter. So these are all the size of the satellite depending on the shape. And second topic is altitude. What is altitude? What is altitude? Not distance. It is a height which is represented as altitude. So depending upon the satellite is held how many kilometers from the above Earth surface, it is classified into 3 types: low Earth orbit, medium Earth orbit, and third one is geostationary Earth orbit. When I don't talk, so this is simply as 0, and this is simply as 0, and this is simply as 0. So depending upon the height of the satellite from the Earth atmosphere, it is classified into 3 types. So first one is low Earth orbit, second one is medium Earth orbit, and last one is geostationary orbit. Boys, so low Earth orbit having distance from 200 to 2,000 kilometer from the Earth's surface. The time for one orbit is 90 period of 12 hours. And geostationary orbit is nothing but the satellites which are rotating about 36 kilometers from Earth's surface. So the time for one orbit for geostationary orbit is 24 hours. So the time period to complete one rotation of the satellite of any other planet depending upon the altitude of the satellite. So listen, next one is design of satellite. So what are the common parts which is present in our satellite? What are the common parts present in the satellite? You don't know anything about the common parts of satellites? Sensors, very good, and then solar panel for energy consumption, and then so listen. The first common part is bus. It is a central part of the satellite which connects all the parts in our satellite. So listen, second one is power source. We of course need some electricity to generate the power, and the power backup is also present in the power source. And now listen, the third one is heat control system. The solar panels get heated due to the sun's emission radiation. So that's why we are using heat control system. Computer system which is used for collect data from all other planets, and communication system which helps transmit data from planets to Earth or Earth to the planets. And altitude control system which depends upon the height of the satellite. So depending upon the material, that means the device gyroscope, it is used to orient the satellite in an exact orbit. So that's why altitude control system is used. And last one is propulsion system. So in engine there is a propulsion system present. So how satellites launched by satellite launched through which device helps to launch satellites in space? Rocket. So rocket having a propulsion system to travel from Earth to the space. So we are of course having propulsion system. So comet emits a substance or icy substance or dust substance during the heating process. So that's why it is called comet, which is similar to the jet. So write it down. Comet is an icy. Comet is icy. Small solar system. Icy small solar system that warms, heat up, that warms, and to release gases passes close to the sun, when passes close to the sun, that process is called outgassing. That process is called outgassing. So there are four major parts in the comets. The center one is called nucleus. And second layer is comet orbit. So listen, so these are all the common parts present in the comets. The center part is nucleus. Write it down. The first part is nucleus, A nucleus. The solid core structure, complete output. A solid core structure of comet is called nucleus. The solid core structure. The last is என்ன வேணும்? The solid core structure of the comet is called nucleus. So the radius of the nucleus is 30 kilometer. So it consists of methane, ammonia, methane CH4, ammonia NH3, carbon monoxide, CO, and also having dust particles. So on the second layer is nothing but it is coma. Coma is generally made up of water and dust particles. Coma is generally made up of water and dust particles. The space which around the nucleus is called coma. The space which present around the nucleus is called coma. Or you can write as the next layer of nucleus is also called coma. Two more topics, only tails and then jet. So third part is tail. So tail is nothing but emission of light rays or emission of dust particles from coma. So tails are differentiated as two. So first one is iron tail and second one is dust tail. So dust tail consists of only dust particles and iron tail consists of the molecule present in the coma. If the emission occurs in any particles, it is considered as a jet. So what is jet? It exposes energy from the source. So it emits gases from the source. So that's why. So other parts of the tail is called jet. 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 So that's all. So these are all the basic components of comets. So this is the last topic in your 5th unit. So brief description about asteroid, satellite and comet. எல்லாத்தையும் சேர்த்து தான் 60 மார்க். சரியா?